the new Tyler Perry show that we've been talking about for a while, Divorce Sistas, has finally made its way to the television screen, you guys. And I'm super excited to bring to you this quick recap of Tyler Perry's Divorce Sistas. We're going to meet in the very beginning two of the Divorce Sistas by the name of Geneva as well as Tiffany. And they're sitting in Geneva's car just having a conversation about life. And, Tiffany's going to be watching her daughter when she goes out of town to Italy with her husband because it's first time they've ever had a trip without her baby girl being in around. And so, she's excited for that. But then this teacher walks up and she says, "Hi, Mrs. Williams. I'm glad to see you, finally get to see you. We normally see the father, or either the nanny, and we never really get to see you." And, she tells her, "Look, I have a busy schedule, but, I will make more time for my baby girl." And so Tiffany as well as Geneva are on the phone with Bridget. Bridget is their other friend who has loose lips, the one that talks a lot. And so she's in the meeting with her friend, also her boss, also known as Rasheda, and they're in there with her husband, the Pastor Jeff. And in this whole time, in this whole scene, Pastor Jeff is just, downplaying everything that Rasheda has to say. He's kind of throwing out insults. He's insulting her in front of other people, diminishing what it is that she's trying to say, and then laughing it off as if he's a joke, being disrespectful. And she's like, "Look, don't do that in front of other people. Like, don't do it, but don't do it in front of other people." And he dismisses her feelings, and she's emotional about it, so emotional that she has to go into the office and close the door, and she begins to cry. And then Bridget walks in and says, "Hey girl, are you okay?" "No, you're obviously not okay because you're sitting here crying." And, she's like, "Why don't we just call the girls, and just, let them know what's going on?" Because I kind of did tell them that something just wasn't quite right. And so the girls get on the phone and they're all having this conversation about her book that's going to be released. And there's just one thing in the book that she needs to, or in the contract that she needs to go over. This is Geneva saying this. And she's going to go through that book, that contract, and make sure everything is good for Rasheda. Rasheda's got a lot going on, so today is not the day for them to look at that contract. Of course, there's a big event that's going to happen later on at night, which Rasheda has to uninvite their friend Naomi to this whole event. But as Naomi is done with that conversation, her baby girl is repeating something that she hears her father say. "You look damn good," is exactly what she said. And so she does her investigation. She asks the teacher, can she get the information? The teacher's like, "No, we can't pass that information along." She asked the nanny. Nanny's like, "No, I never heard of that person." She asked the janitor. The janitor allows her to go in, and she ends up figuring out who it was that the baby girl was talking about, at least the last name, which is Houston. And then we see these two ladies, Nelson line, having their conversation. And we call him Doc from All the Queen's Men. However, in the Divorce Sisters is known as Hakeem. He comes there to make her feel good. He also lets her know, "Hey, I can help you, with whatever it is you're dealing with," because he's trying to get that bag too, because she's already gave him a stack of money, but he's trying to get an even bigger bag, be a part of what it is she has going on, because he sees that she has this big, nice house. So she's spying on her husband. He helps her get into the computer by, finding out more information about the new lady that her ex has married. And so we see Rasheda, she's having this conference with this young lady who comes in and lets her know that, "I've been sleeping with your husband." At the end of the day, y'all, what would you do? What would you do if somebody came in and gave you that type of information? Well, according to the next episode, we're going to see that Rasheda begins to pray, and she's reading this girl's scriptures. That's a lot of stuff she's saying. I won't go into that because we're going to recap that tomorrow when we get that new episode. But she's, reading scriptures and praying, and, and this young girl is just like, I don't know if Rashida is like dismissing what this young lady has said to her. We know deep down she believes what this young girl is saying, but she's got to get her information. She's got to get her proof before she really, really dives in and just blows up her whole marital relationship over this girl who's messing with her husband. It's obvious, you know what I mean? Because the girl came in there, she asked for forgiveness. Doesn't make it right. Two wrongs don't make it right. But she is there. She's asking for forgiveness from Rashida. And then the clip is going to continue. The episode will see where Geneva runs into an ex, or in actuality, this ex comes to see Geneva, and he goes by the name of Javon, and Javon lets her know that I'm no longer married, and I'm back to get my love back. But Geneva's in the whole relationship with her husband. Like, she's not really at this moment trying to, dive into something else with somebody else. But will he catch her eye because of what she suspects of her husband? Is this an easy way for her to start a whole new relationship? Y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments. Of course, she's talking to Rashida, letting Rashida know, oh, girl, Javon is back. Javon, what's Javon doing here? Yeah, Javon is back. And for me, I think Javon is here to stir up this happy home that Geneva thinks she has. Of course, we're going to see more of Naomi. And, she's saying that her husband, she really reason she's trying to sue him. He's literally trying to embarrass her publicly. Really, really embarrass her. And so she has friends that's like, girl, don't, you need to get over that. There's other friends that are going to be introduced. I don't think this lady is a part of the divorced sister group. However, she is going to be introduced into it. And Rashida is getting into it with her husband because of what has transpired with the young girl. Listen, she had to go through a whole banquet and play the whole situation off. But the kids hear them yelling and arguing so loudly that they come in, and y'all are always arguing, and the son says y'all put on a brave face for everybody else, but as soon as you come back home, it's as if y'all hate each other. And Jeff is like, oh, it's not like that. Well, Jeff, we just found that allegedly you have been running the streets, sir, pastor, minister, brother. At the end of the day, y'all, this is it. This is what it's all about. Divorced sisters, there's definitely drama. The theme song says no more drama, no more pain. There's definitely drama in the lives of each and every one of these ladies. We're going to see Tiffany, and she's having that conversation with our girl Naomi, and she's making it seem as if Naomi is losing her mind, but in actuality, I think Naomi got a point to prove. Like, you're not gonna just hurt me and make it seem like I'm the crazy one. No, we gonna do this thing, and whatever happens, y'all. But that's pretty much it. We're definitely gonna. This is what's going to pop up next. We're definitely gonna receive another episode of Tyler Perry's Divorced Sistas, streaming on BET Plus right as we speak. So make sure you guys head on over, check out the latest episode of Tyler Perry's Divorced Sistas, and then join the conversation. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know how you feel about the show. Are you here for it? Are you ready to run away from it? Is it just too much drama? I'm here for it, but no, I said Javon is up to no good, and I think he's about to try to mess up a friendship as well, because he's definitely going to end up, running into Tiffany, as well as he ends up running into William, who is Geneva's husband. And the baby girl, say hey to your Uncle Javon. Now, Uncle Javon trying to be your stepdaddy, baby. So that's about it, y'all. Thank you so much for tapping in, tuning in, hanging out right here with the girl, Tika Deshawn, at All Things Ruthless, home of the Ruthless Addicts. I will see you guys again soon, and make sure you come back through for the live recaps. We're definitely going to be doing live recaps every Thursday, y'all. So thank y'all so much. Y'all have an amazing rest of your evening, and stay ruthless.